time. Hello, how is everyone? Evening.
Yes, good evening.
This,
Good evening.
yes, so good. I love
it. She said here.
Right, like present. Yes, ma'am. By the way, I love the covenant.
We under covenant. We under covenant.
Shout out to Brandon Clay, y'all, on Facebook. If you ever want a hoodie or a t-shirt, just type in Brandon Clay and message him and you'll get one. Okay.
Nice quality.
Nice quality. And I think it's very, very affordable, you all.
Yes.
Very, very affordable. I'm going to get started. Y'all already know, if you're new to this channel, well, welcome to Story Time. I'm Lavon, and this is my Auntie Shelly on the beat. But ooh, that does something for my soul. I don't know if it does it to yours, but it just nurtures the soul. It's the bump on one accord, okay? Nurtures the soul. So we're going to, before we go into story time, we're going to read Psalms 34. And it's going to look a little different from where you're used to because we're reading from the Sefer Bible, but don't you mind it, okay? Don't mind it. We're just going to read 1 through 6, okay? All right, so Psalms 34, 1 through 6, and it reads, it says, I will bless Yahuwah at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in Yahuwah. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify Yahuwah with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought Yahuwah, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto him, and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and Yahuwah heard him, and saved him out of all his troubles. Yes. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That is so good because this scripture has been on point, like exclamation point for what we've been reading. Like one of his children cries, he's coming. He's coming. Yes, he is coming. So this has been on point. May y'all add a blessing to the hearer and reader of his word. And as we make this weird transition, it's never a smooth transition into the book. So as we make this transition, you all, we are getting right back on Yahudith, the book of Yahudith. This has been amazing so far. Recap. Like, how can we recap this for the, oh man, so much has happened. Right. Okay.
So basically,
yes.
Nebuchadnezzar, a different Nebuchadnezzar, not in Daniel, this is way after that, is sent out for all these countries to come and do battle with him, help him in a war against, I don't remember
all these different countries.
Oh, yeah. And they said, we don't know you, we ain't going, you just come in, we ain't scared of you. Right. We ain't going. So So he got
he was real wild. Mad. He got on his way and he
he got upset. And so he went through the first country first and just started mowing them down, basically. And then all those other countries was like, we with you.
Right. They
we
like,
sorry.
We didn't know you was real. We didn't know that you was about that life for real.
We didn't know you was gangsta.
Right. We didn't know about that. So then he comes up to the children of Judah, right? And so he's coming up, and then all of a sudden, something in his whole body said, pause. You know, don't press play on them right now, pause. And so he paused for about 4 weeks, because said it's about a month. And then he got word that they was setting up shop. Like, bro, we getting ready for you.
Yeah, we ready.
We ready for you. So then he got that word. He was like, he asked somebody else, their cousin, I guess, to who are these people to be preparing themselves for battle against us, and why haven't they come down to me? So the guy was like, a Kior, which is
from
Ammon. He was like, listen, I'm gonna tell you who they are, and I'm gonna tell you the whole truth and who they serve. Listen,
with a capital
T. Okay. He was like, I'm gonna tell you the truth, who they are. Basically, you don't want to mess with them. Okay. You don't want to mess with them. He was like, you need to find out if they are in obedience And if they're in obedience, bro, you might want to call this a wash.
Yeah, you might want to back up.
Go kill the other rest of them. You still got like all other countries that you can slay, right? Leave them alone. And so he was like, bro, are you kidding me? He took offense. Like, do you know who I am? And so they thought that they can take on the children of Israel. And that's where we are in a nutshell. Okay? That was the ghetto rundown, like all of that. Bro, who do you think you are? Okay. So we are in chapter 6. We're going to start for chapter 6. Okay. And when the tumult of men that were about the council was ceased, Olophanes, the chief captain of the army of Ashur, said to Achior and all the Moabites before all the company of other nations. And who are you, Achior, and the heirlooms of the Ephraim, that you have prophesied against us today and have said that we should not make war and with the people of Israel, because their Elohim will defend them? Like, who are you to tell us that? Okay. And who is Elohim but Nebuchadnezzar? So they're saying, like, ain't nobody Elohim but him. But Nebuchadnezzar is God. Right. That's the only one we recognize. That's the one that we follow. We recognize him. Okay. Then he said, he will send his power and will destroy them from the face of the earth. And their Elohim shall not deliver them, but we, his servants, will destroy them as one man. This reminds me when someone is talking just trash, you be like, bro, you talking out the side of your neck. Like this you can't even make this make sense, right? So he talking big stuff, right? For they are not able to sustain the power of our horses. Remember, Israel horses was fasting, okay? Everybody, when he said, let everything that has breath praise ye the Lord. Listen, they had their cattle fasting, okay? Crying out, all the animals. It was fasting. So he thought that his horses was going to be more powerful than Israel. Oh, it's about to be. Listen, I'm about to instigate this because it's about to be. Bro, you tried it, okay? Yeah. So then he was like, okay. For with them we will tread them underfoot, and their mountains shall be drunken with their blood, and their fields shall be filled with their dead bodies, and their footsteps shall not be able to stand before us, for they shall utterly perish, says King Nebuchadnezzar, Adonai of all the earth. For he said, none of my words shall be in vain. You thought. Yeah. He said, we can annihilate all y'all. And you know he was like this because he wasn't white. He was like, for none of these words. He wasn't doing it. He was like, none of these words should be cracking like neck, okay? Oh, my mama. It's wrong. I'm telling you. Sorry. The white Tutsi tribe couldn't say stuff like this, okay? Like, yeah, they couldn't say the Wahiti tribe. I don't know how to say that. They couldn't have said it like that, okay? It would have been like, let's talk about how we're going to destroy these people. Yeah. All right. And you crazy. All right. And okay, that's what you get when you play too much. I think you're on verse 5. Okay. Yes. And you, Achior, heirloom of Ammon, which have spoken these words in the day of your iniquity, shall see my face no more from this day, until I take vengeance of this nation that came out of Egypt. And then shall the sword of my army and the multitude of them that serve me pass through your sides. And you shall fall among their slain, when I return. Now therefore my servant shall bring you back into the hill country, and shall set you in one of the cities of the passages. And you shall not perish till you be destroyed with them. So he said, we taking you to one of the cities, we're going to lock you up, and you're going to watch us destroy them, and then you're going to die right along with them. But you going to know to that. Right. Nebuchadnezzar is God up in here. Ooh, that's what they were saying. I can just see the Most High like, oh, yeah? That's cute. All right, sir. And if you persuade yourself in the mind that they shall be taken, let not your countenance fall. I have spoken it, and none of my words shall be in vain. Listen, he's feeling himself, like he's smelling himself.
He really acts like he God.
Right, because that's what reminds me, like, none of my words can come back void.
Yeah. He really thinks he's
like he feel like he got power behind what he said. But let's see what happens, okay? Then Oliphanes commanded his servants that waited in his tent to take Achior and bring him to Bet Uliah and deliver him into the hands of the children of Israel. So his servant took him and brought him out of the camp into the plain. And they went from the midst of the plain into the hill country, and came unto the fountains that were under Bet Uliah. And when the men of the city saw them, they took up their weapons and went out of the city to the top of the hill. And every man that used a sling kept them from coming up by casting stones against them. Nevertheless, having gotten privily under the hill, they bound Achior and cast him down and left him at the foot of the hill and returned to their Adonai.
Yeah, so basically they took Achior to Yashua because they're saying when they go down, you're going down with them. But notice they used those slingshots.
Right, I was like, they going back. He was like, I'm going right back to my foot. Listen, my foot lay. Yeah. He played a whole giant, okay? Bam. Y'all ain't getting up here. Y'all ain't getting up here. So, but Israel descended from their city and came unto him and loosed him and brought him to Bet Uliah and presented him to the governors of the city.
So they went and got him.
They went and got him.
Nice we are.
Right. Listen, we will whoop you and then say, do you need a meal?
Yeah. He our enemy, and we went and rescued him because the other people turned against him, and we went. That's the kind of people we are.
We really are.
Yes.
Listen, I think we prove it every single day. Which let me see. Mm-hmm. Okay. Which were in those days Uzziyahu, the son of Micaiah of the tribe of Shimeon, and Chabris, the son of Gothaniel, and Chamis, the son of Malchiel. And they called together all the ancients of the cities. And that makes me think, are they talking about the elders? Okay. All the ancients of the cities, and all their youth ran together, and their women, to the assembly. And they set Achior in the midst of all their people. Everybody. Listen, there ain't no secrets up in here.
Yeah, men, women, children.
Yeah, y'all all, listen, the kids matter.
Yeah.
You know, you like get out of grown folks' business. Mm-hmm. They in the grown folks' business.
Remember the kids had the best.
Oh yeah. And wisdom. Listen, wisdom come from anything. Okay, anybody. All right. Then Uzziyahu asked him of that which was done. So he's like, what happened? Yeah. What took place? Why are you here? Right. Yeah. And he said, and he answered and declared unto them the words of the counsel of Oliphanes, and all the words that he had spoken in the midst of the princes of Ashur, and whatsoever Oliphanes had spoken proudly against the house of Israel. Then the people fell down and worshiped Elohim, and cried unto Elohim, saying, O Yahuwah, Elohim of heaven, behold their pride, and pity the low estate of our nation, and look upon the face of those that are sanctified unto you this day. You see what we get bad news. We ain't got time to talk about, I wish you would. Try that. We just go straight to the Most High. He was like, what else he said? Okay. Straight up. Like I really don't have no opinion. Straight up.
Yeah. Because they know that army outnumbers him. So they're just saying.
And they don't rely on themselves.
No soldiers. We got these women. We got these children. It's us. We got a little bit, but we can't do this.
We can't rely on our effort. Yeah. It's got to be you. Oh, this is good. They comfort Achior. Be some good people.
Yes.
Then they comfort Achior and praised him greatly. And Uzziyahu took him out of the assembly unto his house, and made a feast to the elders, and they called on Elohim of Israel all night for help.
So he took him to his house. That's the governor. He took him, it's like going to the president's house.
Right.
And the enemy straight in. We gonna pray to you. We ain't even worried about you.
And then we're gonna cook you a feast.
And made you some dinner.
And you know you ate good.
You know it.
Y'all
know how we eat.
You listen. The next day, Olophanes commanded all his army and all his people which were come to take his part, that they should remove their camps against Bet Uljah, to take aforehand the ascents of the hill country, and to make war against the children of Israel. Oh, so you're gonna disregard everything I just warned you about.
Yeah. Because they upset that Yashriel's not coming out like those other nations, like, we're sorry.
Right.
Peace treaty. Yashriel's up there like, we can fight.
Right.
And when they brought Akira, they thought they was coming in. They got up there slingshot. Oh, we go.
Right, and just left him here
we just ain't gonna give up. We fight.
We ain't no punks.
Yeah.
So then their strong men removed their camps in that day, and the army of the men of war was 170,000 footmen.
Mm-hmm. They're coming up against Yashriel.
The nerve. And 12,000 horsemen, besides the baggage and other men that were afoot among them, a very great multitude.
Remember the other nations start coming.
They was like, listen,
everything. We with y'all.
Yeah, my whole look, the whole city belong to you. The people belong to you.
Yeah, which one is
their cattle belong to you. Listen, these people is crazy. They were scared. And they camped in the valley near Bet Uljah by the fountain, and they spread themselves and breadeth over Dathan, even to Balmain, and in length from Bet Uljah unto Cinnamon. Listen, I'm doing the best. Cynamon.
Look like cinnamon to me.
It looks like it. Which is over against Israel.
Well, that's
Oh,
I think that's just real.
Oh, okay. Yisrael, right? Yisrael. Okay. And the children of Yasharel, when they saw the multitude of them, were greatly troubled, and said everyone to his neighbor, now will these men lick up the face of the earth. For neither the high mountains, nor the valleys, nor the hills are able to bear their weight. Then every man took up his weapons of war. And when they had kindled fires upon their towers, they remained and watched all that night.
They even know we're outnumbered, but we gonna fight.
Yep. We're gonna fight.
They didn't run out there. Oh, we bow down to you. They said we gonna fight. We going out.
They wasn't like, we gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
Bring it.
But the second day of Olophanes brought forth all his horsemen in the sight of the children of Israel, which were in Bet Uljah, and viewed the passages up to the city, and came to the fountains of their waters, and took them, and set garrison of men of war over them. And he himself removed towards his people. Then came unto him all the chief of the children of Esau.
Where y'all come from? Y'all all in grown folks' business.
Y'all wasn't even mentioned.
Esau,
they just heard a fight. We want to do it.
Go home.
Right. Get your life right. Oh my gosh. And all the governors of the people of Moab, and the captain of the sea coast, and said, let our Adonai now hear a word, that there be not an overthrow in your army. For this people of the children of Israel do not trust in their spears, but in the height of the mountains wherein they dwell, because it is not easy to come up to the top of their mountains. Now therefore, my Adonai, fight not against them in battle array, and there shall not so much as one man of your people perish.
So Esau is giving them battle. Now remember, Esau is their cousin.
Yes.
That's their relative. And they're going to try to teach them how to defeat them. Like, that's just like me telling you how to beat up my cousin or breaking his house.
Right, that's exactly what you're doing. And then you're going to say, you know, they don't even fight it. You're trying to say that they're trusting in the fact that they're up high.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't even worry. Like, you ain't mentioned whoever they serve. You like, you know, they just got an advantage because they're high. Yeah. But I'm going to show you how to do this. Yeah. Esau's so messy.
Yeah. Notice he ain't saying I'm going to tell you the truth. Like,
right.
This is about Yah, because all Esau is thinking of, that's Jacob's seed, I'm going to destroy it. And I'm going to teach you how to do it. So he's not saying, don't go now. Esau probably know that they're in obedience right now.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get them a way to defeat them while they're in obedience.
Listen, the way this brother came out of the wood, he's like,
with some people.
Right?
Esau came with some people.
Listen, he was like, listen, I heard that y'all was fighting Israel. I'm down.
Let me tell you how to do it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay, bro. Okay. I had to bro him because for real. Yeah. Okay, bro. Remain in your camp. Remain in your camp and keep all the men of your army. This is Esau talking. Mm-hmm. And let your servants get into their hands the fountains of water, which issue forth of the foot of the mountains. For all the inhabitants of Beth Ulia have their water thence. So shall thirst kill them. So he's his brother. Mm-hmm. And they shall give up their city, and we and our people shall go up to the tops of the mountains that are near, and will camp upon them to watch that none go out of the city.
Do you see that?
Listen, you so messy, sir.
Esau said, cut off their water supply. We know where it is. We don't tell y'all where their source is. Cut it off. Mm-hmm. And we gonna stand guard for you guys and make sure none of them escape. Where'd you come from? Nobody called for you.
Listen, where brother popped out with people, okay? You like, wait, I didn't even know I had an issue with you.
Yeah. Nobody even called you to the fight in the first place.
Right, none.
He was never called to the fight. None.
You didn't even get a letter, sir. How did you come?
Yeah. He didn't even want you with him at the beginning. You didn't get a letter or invitation to the side.
Esau just said, I heard a rumor and I'm going to check.
He part of crashing.
Right. Like, listen, I can't. Y'all, listen. I want some of Israel. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So they and their women and their children shall be consumed with fire. Maya.
Yeah.
And before the sword come against them, they shall be overthrown in the streets where they dwell. Bro, you talking so much stuff and you just, this ain't had nothing to do with you.
Nothing. Esau got, can you imagine having a grudge so strong? This is thousands of years later.
So
that means job and passing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yep, down. And they
should have nobody should even know about
at that point, the generation didn't die. Like, bro, why are you still
and a lot of times.
Listen, and it's taking it like personal.
Yes, like they just did something to you.
Listen. Esau, come on, man.
See, that's what happens. Don't teach your kids to hate people.
They'll pass it down. This is a good example.
That's why we got racists today. It's passed down.
It's passed down. Ain't nobody born racist or prejudiced. It's passed down. It's taught. All right. Thus shall you render them an evil reward because they rebelled and met not your person peaceably. So he's saying that they rebelled because they didn't go down. Like he said, and met not your men peacefully. Like they didn't go down there, right?
Wait.
Thus shall you render their evil reward because they rebelled.
Oh, yeah, and met not, because they didn't go down there and do the peace treaty. Yeah.
Why, bro? We're not doing that.
Wait, look, Casey said sounds like man was getting high on his own supply. His own power.
Yes. They came north.
Yeah.
Listen, he was like, I'm here.
Yeah.
All right. Then the children.
Yeah, you on
16.
16. Okay.
Yeah, 16. Yes. And these words pleased Oliphanes and all his servants, and he appointed to do as they had spoken. So the camp of the children of Ammon departed, and with them 5,000 of Ashur, and they pitched in the city, in the valley, and took waters and fountains of the waters of the children of Israel.
But notice this. At the beginning with Abraham, is like, we don't crush it, we ain't scared of them. But Esau tells you, just sit there. You know, you ain't gotta, nobody gotta die. Just sit there and y'all take that easy way, but you was just talking smack. And if your horses was gonna trample them underfoot, why didn't you just go do that? Because something inside of you is saying, don't do it.
And
don't do it.
And then notice Esau said, we're gonna watch out for you.
Yeah.
So we're not really gonna do it.
Yeah, we're just gonna watch and point them out. Yeah. Like they're gonna want to get them.
Like that instigator, like, oh, he said your mama got a fucking neck. You gonna let him talk about your mama like that? Yeah. Like that's what Esau is doing. Yep.
Instigate. Don't want to get
into the fight. So he put more fuel.
Because he don't want to die.
Yeah. Because he already know about that life. He know about the children of Israel. He ain't stupid. Then the children of Esau went up with the children of Ammon and camped in the hill country over against Dothaim. And they sent some of them towards the south and towards the east over against Erichabel, which is near unto Cusi, that is upon the brook of Mochmore. Mochmore, and the rest of the army of Ashur camped in the plain and covered the face of the whole land. They were deep, y'all.
Yes.
And their tents and carriages were pitched to a very great multitude. Then the children of Israel cried unto Yahuwah Elohim, because their hearts failed, for all their enemy had compassed them round about, and there was no way to escape out from among them.
Yeah, so Esau taught them how to circle, put that circle around them, and all those.
And their heart dropped, like, oh my gosh, we're surrounded.
Yeah, we're surrounded.
I'm surrounded by you. Hey, me look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. Yeah, this is a great example.
See, there you go.
Right?
Real life example.
This happened, y'all. This happened. Then the children of, thus all the company of Ashur remained about them, both their footmen, chariots, and horsemen, 40 and 30 days, so that all their vessel of water failed all the inhabitant of Bet Yoya, and the cisterns were emptied, and they had not water to drink their fill for one day, for they gave them drink by measure. Therefore, their young children were out of heart. Oh, they were weak. Poor baby. And their women and young men fainted for thirst and fell down in the streets of the city and by the passages of the gates. And there was no longer any strength in them. Then all the people assembled to Uzziyahu and to the chief of the city, both young men and women and children, and cried with a loud voice, and said before all the elders, Elohim, be judge between us and you. For ye have done us great injury, in that ye have not required peace of the children of Ashur. For now we have no helper, but Elohim has sold us into their hands, that we should be thrown down before them with thirst and great destruction.
So they're getting weak. The people of the city are getting weak.
Yes.
Because they have no water and they're like,
they're passing out. Yeah. And so now it's just like in their complaints, it's the same as their forefathers too. So they'll be rally. That's in us. Then when it looks real dark and we're surrounded, we're like, did you forget about us?
Yeah. What happened? Did we do something?
We start taking it personal instead of trusting throughout the entire process. That's one thing as a people, as a nation, that we got to remember. We got to trust throughout the process, no matter what it looks like.
Because this is what they're trying to do to us now with that
Yes.
vaccine. They're trying to surround us.
Yes.
And smoke us out.
Yes.
You get
And
no
make it,
food,
yep.
you can't go to the movies, you can't shop, you can't bank, you can't. And I was reading something today where the new iPhone, you can't even get in it unless you vaccinate. But that's just dumb.
Just dumb.
That's just dumb.
That's as dumb as
That's just dumb.
Listen, I ain't gonna tell them about. Yeah, you know what? It's real. It's dumb.
And if you let us on the iPhone,
bro, I will be Motorola. Okay, Motorola, mozzarella, whatever it is.
Okay.
Call, text. I'm good. Okay. Let me see. All right. So for now, let me see.
We have no.
Yep, 25. All right. For now we have no helper, but Elohim has sold us into their hands that we should be thrown down before them with thirst and great destruction. Now, therefore, call them unto you and deliver the whole city for a spoil to the people of Alaphanez and to all his army. For it is better for us to be made a spoil unto them than to die for thirst. For we will be his servants, that our souls may live, and to not see the death of our infants before our eyes, nor our women, nor our children to die. Listen.
Yeah, that's it. We don't want our children and women to die.
We'll rather be slaves.
Yes,
we'll rather be their slaves. And we cannot have that. We cannot have that mindset today.
Nope.
Listen, we got to love y'all more than we love life. We got to understand that. I always say this, no one gets out of life alive. So you got to spend it somewhere. Right. You got to spend your eternity somewhere. And when it comes to making that decision, listen, I refuse to be a slave. Free. Yes, die free. Okay? Die free. All right. We take to witness against you the heavens and the earth. And our Elohim is Adonai of our fathers, which punishes us according to our sins and the sins of our fathers, that he do not according as we have said this day. Then there was a great weeping with one constant consent in the midst of the assembly. And they cried unto Yahuwah Elohim with a loud voice. Then said Uzziyahu to them, brethren, be of good courage. Let us yet endure 5 days, in the which space Adonai Eloheinu may turn his mercy towards us, for he will not forsake us utterly. And if these days pass and there come no help unto us, I will do according to your word. So he said, look, hold all of this up.
Wait.
Yeah, give me 5 days.
Yeah.
Give me 5 days. And he may just turn this whole thing around.
Yes.
In 5 days. If he does not, I will do exactly what you asked me to do. I won't even complain. I'll do it. But let's let him work.
Yes.
So basically fast, okay? Let's fast.
Fasting.
Let's keep fasting, okay?
Yes.
And if these days pass, okay, let me go. And he dispersed the people. So he sent them on their way. Everyone to their own charge. And they went into the walls and towers of their cities and sent the women and children into their houses. And they were very low brought in the city. Now at the time, Yahudith, come on, baby girl. Introduce them. Yahudith. Woo! Right. All right. So at the time, Yahudith heard thereof. Come on, mama. Which was the daughter of, who was this? Listen, I gave her such a great interest. Right. I listen, I gotta help.
I wonder if it's going to tell you how.
So Merari.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know who that is, but hopefully it'll explain it.
That's her daddy.
Oh, that's right. That's her parents. Okay. Daughter of Merari. Okay. The son of Ox. the son of Joseph, the son of Uzal, and the son of Elkiyahu, the son of Chananyahu, the son of Gideon, the son of Raphaim, the son of Akitav, the son of Eliyahu. They play me on today. The son of Ella.
And she's of the tribe of Simeon. It'll come appearing later.
Okay.
Basically just say it. But so they're telling you what tribe she belongs to.
Awesome. And Manasseh was her man. Okay. Girl.
That's how you do this, my man.
Right. And Manasseh was her man. Who's single? Not she. Okay. And Manasseh was her man of her tribe and kindred who died. Okay, sorry. Who died in the barley harvest. For as he stood overseeing them that bound sheaves in the field, the heat came upon his head, and he fell on his bed and died in the city of Bet-Unia. So he had like a heat stroke.
Heat stroke, yeah.
And they buried him with his fathers in the field between Dathaim and Balamo. So Yahudith was a widow in her house 3 years and 4 months. And she made her a tent upon the top of her house, and put sackcloth upon her loins, and wore her widow's apparel. And she fasted all the days of her widowhood, save the eves of the Sabbath, and the Sabbath, and the eves of the new moons, and the new moons, and the feasts, and the solemn days of the house of Israel.
Wow. So she kept them feasts.
Kept those feasts.
And notice no fasting on the Sabbath, no mourning, because remember that's the Adam and Eve, they set that rule.
Yep, you cannot
no
mourn
on the Sabbath.
That's right, that's a time of joy. She was also a goodly countenance and very beautiful to behold. And her man Manasseh had left her gold. Listen, he said, what's life insurance? I don't care about that. You got gold, okay?
Real money.
Real money. Things that matter. I left you substance, baby girl. You're going to be all right. Had left her gold and silver and men servants and maid servants and cattle and lands. Lands with an S. Okay. And she remained upon them. And she kept up with that.
Yes. I'm not going broke once my husband leave here. I got this. Ooh. So she a widow. She cute and she got cash.
She wealthy. Bomb on the face, okay? Yes. Come on, mama. And there was none that gave her an ill word, okay? And had a good reputation.
Yes.
And respect.
Right there. Yes.
Respect and reputation.
Yes.
Okay, I love it. And she feared Elohim greatly. Now when she heard the evil words of the people against the governor, that they fainted for lack of water, for Yahudith had heard all the words of Uzziyahu had spoken unto them, and that he had sworn to deliver the city unto Ashur after 5 days. Then she sent her waiting woman that had the government of all things that she had, to call Uzziyahu and Chabris and Charmis, the ancient of the city. And they came unto her, and she said unto them, Hear me now, O ye governors of the inhabitants of Bet-Uya, for your words that ye have spoken before the people this day are not right. Touching this oath which ye made and pronounced between Elohim and you, and have promised to deliver the city to our enemies, unless within these days Yahuwah turn to help you. And now, who are ye that have tempted Elohim this day and stand instead of Elohim amongst the children of men? Yeah. So she's bringing correction.
She said, you don't give y'all no days.
Yeah, you don't give him a time slot. He was like, who are you? Brought her people there. Listen, she said, go over there and tell them governors to come here.
She's like, who y'all thinking?
Listen, I heard he said what you shared with them is wrong.
Yes, you lost it.
You
don't put no limit on y'all.
Ooh, wait. These people. Oh my goodness. She said, and now try Yahuwah. Oh my, I don't know where that came from. She said, and now try Yahuwah, Sabaoth, but ye shall never know anything, for ye cannot find the depths of the heart of men. Neither can we go on with this story because we have to leave. Y'all know what was
gonna give it to him.
She about to listen. She's gonna serve it. Neither can we finish.
And Yahudith is from the tribe of Simeon. And if anybody knows anything about Simeon, Simeon is the brother that don't play. Simeon is the one when they raped Dinah. Simeon and Levi.
That's right.
Simeon and Levi when they took out a whole.
Yes.
I used to think it was a bunch of people. It was
just them two. Absolutely.
Just those two when it took out a whole. Simeon is the brother that.
Yes, don't play. You
don't play with him.
So now this is so exciting. That's her. Oh, so you know she bad.
And Simeon was so prone to anger or get out of control that when they divided the land, they had to actually put Simeon inside of Judah. So you say Judah is right here, the tribe of Simeon had to sit inside Judah because somebody needs to calm him down. I just found that out. I remember I told you I was talking about the background. Yes. So Simeon he's his own tribe, but he's inside of Judah, like he's part of Judah.
Judah's covering him. Like, listen, we gotta cover you.
Him.
We gotta cover you because you need to cover.
Because Simeon is the brother that don't play.
Oh my goodness! So you know if this is her stock,
yes,
right?
That's her grandpa.
So you know, y'all listen. If y'all not excited about tomorrow's reading on story time, I don't know what else I can do.
Y'all finna get gangsta.
She about to tap into her grandpa. Okay.
Yeah.
Tamar said he was the one that was hood. Yes. I remember that because it was in Jasher that went into very detail, better detail than Jubilee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they had to
calm him down.
Yes, he was like, nah, he raped and kept his, and you kept her.
And if you read Jasher, when they went to go get her, they was like teasing.
Yeah, they was teasing
all up her. Simeon and Levi. Oh no, not up in here. They took out.
Yeah, she said he didn't go to church. Absolutely.
Nah.
He was like religious. What's that?
Well, yeah.
No, I'm about to.
You raised my sister. You don't do that in Yisrael. Oh no. Not against our women. Mm-hmm. You doing that. Simeon don't play. This tribe don't play.
I'm so excited. I am so excited to dig in. I'm sorry I had to leave you with a cliffhanger, but that was the only part that I could have done that made sense. Okay. If I leave you with a cliffhanger, it gotta make sense.
Yes.
So we're going to see you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. as we continue the book of Yahudith. And as you know, it's about to go down. Shalom, y'all.
Shalom.